Hey everyone, welcome to Dad's Den of Pop Culture. Got a good one for you today. It's a new comic book. Just got it in the mail about a week ago. Read it as soon as I could. It is called Black and White, Volume 2, by Thibert. And he's the writer-artist, along with writing by Joe Fulton and Pamela Thibert. I know. See, there we go. You always get a little shine off of these. Higher quality, pain in the butt when you're trying to make videos because of the lighting. Color Brian Magne, letters Kurt Hathaway, created by Art and Pamela Thibert, with art assist Russ Leach Allen Patrick. So, this is one that I almost didn't get in terms of backing it. It was hanging around for a while, and it looked really good, but I'd backed quite a few. I was back and forth, and then it just so happened at my local comic shop that I found issues 2 and 3 of the of his original Black and White series, and got them. They're very, very affordable, so I was happy to snap them up, and I really was like, "Oh, cool! I can get a little preview." And I really liked them. So I said, okay, I'm going for it. And I'm glad I did, both because good book, solid, fun book to read. But I'll say what, in addition, a lot of really cool little extras with this campaign. So we have a pin. We got a patch. We got a couple stickers. Bring that one up close enough. There we go. That's not too bad. And a whole mess of cards. So some very cool stuff. It's one of the fun things about these campaigns are the extras that come along with them. You know, you get a comic and you get some fun little doodads and toys to go along. So let's talk about Black and White Volume 2. Now, it is a continuation of what he had earlier done. And of course, like always, I don't want to go too far into it. I want to give people a sampling of the art, maybe a little sampling of some of the writing, so they can get a feel for it if it's something they're going to be interested in. But I don't want to go so far as to ruin it for people. So we're in rural China, and I will say this is not our Earth exactly. It's different. It's, set a bit into the future, because we keep hearing about like the new China and etc. So that to me is one of the cool things about the book. You got a whole world to discover here as it continues, and I certainly hope it will continue. And so this gentleman is called Gray, and he works with Black and White. You get it, you get it. And so letting this dude who's like sort of head of intelligence, I think British intelligence, or up there in MI10, you notice, what has happened. And now that would be what happened previously, and it catches you up pretty quickly. This is a very action-heavy comic. And so they come across Uncle Yi, who they thought maybe had died in all that happened. And he's saying, you need to help. I must find... Let me see if we can get this over here. At a bombed warehouse in urban China, my niece, Whitney. So Whitney is the aforementioned White. She's yelling, Reed. Reed would be Black. So answer me, damn it. So this warehouse has just gone up. She's trying to find her partner. They wear these battle suits that give them like a force field and powers. They got guns. They got their moves, their cat moves. They got their fighting ability. And so this police officer shows up. And she's saying, there's a man trapped under the rubble. Please help me. Not my problem. Don't move while I call this in. Officer Wong here. There's been an explosion. Yes, the warehouse district. There were 2. Only 1 survivor. freaking superhuman strength. Understood, sir. We're on our way. So she's calling in this to the police. And that's when she gets zapped. Oops. And I'm going to have to be on my guard here of the glare. Here we go. So she gets zapped, and that turns out to come from Black, who's basically saying, yeah, so that wasn't a cop. And he is not happy with his partner. Not happy with Whitney. And so Gray arrives, and he's letting him know that this guy, JC, that they're going after, who sort of fancies himself I don't know what you'd call him, a cyber messiah for the world who wants to take over everything and create a utopia. You know the type. They think they've defeated him, and they have not quite defeated him. And so Black is like, go and say, no, we're going to roll. And Whitney says, are we going after Chang? Gray and I, yes, but not you. You can't be trusted. Turns and walks away from her. And Uncle Yi says, Reed, get back here. Now, why doesn't he trust her? Well, she's kind of a loose cannon, essentially. And they try to go in as a team, and she's got her own agenda, and he doesn't like that. And so she, sets off this rod she has, boom, gets him to turn around. I'm done. I believed in you. I trained you. But you don't learn from your mistakes. I believe he actually has an English accent. There must be trust between partners. I gave you a chance for justice, but you used me for revenge. Jake Chang killed my father. He's my fight. Listen to yourself. My fight. It's all about you. Where's the we, Whitney? Listen to him. By Megui, which means white rose. He's angry because he cares. Reed, forgive an old man, but we have to go with you and Mr. Brooks to join the fight. Jake Chang is strong and has taken much from all of us. We must work together to defeat him. Besides, only I know his plans and where he's going. Oh, and Blackett, I have something he wants. What's that? Me. Okay, so we're setting up this story, and this is like, dude, this is like a full-on action movie, this comic. I mean, it's relentless. It doesn't stop. And so basically, this dude Chang has created these mechs, and he's used this ore, this special ore, to do so. And he's working with New China, with their government, to launch this peacekeeping force of these mechs that'll keep peace all over the world, and there'll be no need for military and blah, 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 blah. And the new leadership of New China has fallen for it 100%. There they announce his arrival. You can see, obviously, he has a sort of messiah complex, and he has the ego for it. The press is looking. And so he's ready to, get this mech online. And does so. And so this new president or leader of China is going to obviously have control over it. And, doesn't have control of it. This wasn't the plan. As usual, you're incorrect. This was always my plan. And then he says this code, name for this particular mech, terminate. And she's yelling, disengaged. And this thing basically kills this leader, kills this president, and starts killing the press. And his men, Jake's men, have gotten into this airport control tower, and they're basically ordering, they want, everything down, everything turned off, and they're willing to kill for it. So these are bad guys, without a doubt. And it's not going to be easy to take them down. And so we have this very cool image here. This police officer shows up at this front gate to this facility. Reed Blackett is chained up. She takes off, bursts through the window, dragging him behind. And of course, It's actually Whitney in the police officer thing. So that's how they get in. And she tries to basically seduce Jake Chang, who has a thing for her. And, you know, well, you can see from the art, and not really surprising that he does. I think we're going to stop looking at the comic right about here, because I don't want to give anything away. But what we get is a full-on brawl between Black and White, with an assist from Gray and from Uncle Yi and some others, against Jake Chang and his Mecha, which are very powerful. And he's got them planted all over the world. He has this organization set up that's going to seize control of the world. And it's one of those, it's almost like Terminator, you know? Like every time they think they got him down, he's not quite down yet. So what you get in this book, look, back cover, go back to the cover here. Great action, fun story. If you're into action, you're into action movies from the good old days, you'll dig it. The art is absolutely unbelievably good. Great, great, great art. One of the best books I've seen in a while. But here's the more important thing. Very cool characters in Black and White. In their relationship and how they're working through, you know, issues that they have with each other, but bonding over what they're going through. There is more to come. And to me, these two are what really make it worthwhile. Obviously, you know, action, great art. Okay. And you can get that in a lot of comics. You can get that in a lot of comics, new and old. It really comes down to character. And these are an interesting pair of characters. I want to see what happens to them in the future, what they're going to go into next. So what I say, I do recommend this good comic. I also recommend, if you can find them, get those issues that were done a while back of Black and White, because like I said, this is volume 2, and kind of, you know, catch up with the story. I think you're going to be in for a treat. I think you'll dig these. And again, man, like there's a whole world to explore here. Couple great characters to do it with. And I mean, the art in here is, I'll tell you what, I enjoyed the art in the 2 older issues that I got. This is up a notch. This is up a big notch. Art Thibert has really raised his game here. This is some fantastic stuff. And again, you can see here, I mean, like, get close in on one of these. You know, and this is the fun thing about backing these books independently. You got this image, you know, you sometimes forget because you're caught up in it. Every one of those little stones has to be drawn. And it's not just drawn. It's like it's got shape to it. It's got shadowing. It's unbelievably wonderful detail in this thing. But the characters are not lacking. And that's good, because you find that in some books where looks gorgeous and, oh, who cares, right? The characters are flat. This is a great duo. They argue, but they come together in the end. There's obvious some flirtation there. Is there, you know, a bigger romance brewing on the way, you know, but they do have some issues and some trust and all that. And there's backgrounds to these characters we don't fully, completely know necessarily. So there's something to explore there. There's this world that's interesting, New China. There's a country called Irania. You know, it's like, okay, so familiar Earth, but not entirely familiar. So that's pretty cool too. This looks like it's going to be a great series moving forward. And I'm really happy that I did decide to back it. I think I literally backed it on the last day that it was possible to back. I gave in. The quality looks so high. I had to finally give in, and I'm glad I did. And again, finding those older issues really helped me do that. It gave me a sense of the characters and the story. Man, this would make an awesome action movie. I mean, that's one of the things I'm finding from some of these books that are being done independently. You could turn a lot of these things into unbelievably cool movies. And honestly, they would adapt very easily to it. They have a cinematic feel to them throughout. This one's no different. So black and white, again, writer-artist Art Thibert, writers Joe Fulton, Pamela Thibert, color Brian Magnav, or Magnav? Oh, no, Magnay, I'm sorry. I was looking at that thing, it was a V. Letters Kurt Hathaway, created by Art and Pamela Thibert, with art assist Russ Leach, Alan Patrick. Well worth the money. Good book. Looking forward to future issues. Go out there, see if you can find it, take a look. I don't know if it's something that's going to be available post-campaign. You might have to buy it on the secondary market. If you do, it'll probably be out there. Could be a little more expensive. But I'm telling you what, this is shaping up to be a very cool series. And so you might want to get in where you can get in before it is entirely too late. So that'll do it for my review of Black and White Volume 2. Give it a thumbs up. Good book. The art is just, wow. The art really is just, it's really, really, really good. Honestly, if you don't even want to read it, you don't even care, just buy it and look at it. It's a really pretty book. Well worth it from that standpoint. But you would be doing yourself a disservice not to read it. Fun story. A lot of good action. So what do you think? Have you read this one? Do you have any comments on it? Maybe you read the originals. If you have any questions at all, go ahead and ask them in the comments. I'll try to answer if I can. Again, I like to do no spoilers. So if your questions would involve a spoiler, I probably won't answer. Well, maybe I'll try to answer vaguely. If you enjoyed the video, please like, maybe think about subscribing and sharing with a friend. That helps my little channel grow and survive. And until next time, God bless everybody. Please be kind to one another and try to have a little bit of fun. And I'll see you again soon on Dad's Den of Pop Culture. Bye-bye.